What is going on, y'all? Today I'm gonna be going over the one trade I took and how I lost $500 in about 2 minutes. So, starting on the daily time frame, what are we looking at? Well, we don't have too much going on. We do have this nice bullish gap right here that we are printing rejection wicks into. I'm hoping for a retrace off of that. So, I saw this 4-hour, really like this 4-hour as an agreed upon DOL where ES has the 4-hour too. Let me do this. All right. ES has this 4-hour intermediate high too. This is aftermarket. I don't know why it's showing that we already swept it, but we did have this 4-hour intermediate high that is a, like, I don't know, the correlated 4-hour intermediate, I guess. So I was hoping for that to be the agreed upon DOL today. We are printing these rejection wicks in a 1-hour gap right here. So I was hoping for remanipulation on at least one asset, if not both, of these 1-hour rejection wicks, and then getting an open low high close. Now, why did I think that this 4-hour was agreed upon? Well, because if we're going to go continue higher based off of these wicks below, we should either come down, resweep something down here, get this 4-hour, and then continue lower. Or if we're going to be bearish, we can just instantly go up, bang, go lower. But if we're going to be bullish, let me fix that. All right. If we're going to be bullish, we should take something down here to bring us up to here. And then inside of this 4-hour, we should just run through it, right? So this is agreed upon because no matter what, we should be hitting this 4-hour gap, because after we hit a daily gap, we do need some sort of retrace, some sort of refuel, you could say, to bring us down again. So I was really just hoping for a retrace into this 4-hour being agreed upon. 1 hour, again, we're printing rejection wicks in. 30-minute, we had this open 30-minute gap above. I wasn't a huge fan of this 30-minute being respected, but we did have a nice 15-minute on both assets. We didn't have a 30-minute on ES, I don't think. Yeah, no 30-minute on ES. But we did have this nice, beautiful 15-minute on NQ and ES, where we're printing nice wicks inside of, looking like we're going to respect it. So, here is that, and then we have that 1-hour low. All right, so coming into market open, we didn't have too much. I'll play it out on the 15 seconds. Coming into market open, we only generate liquidity at these highs. If you look at the higher time frame, like higher than the 15 second, we didn't take out anything of significance. We just added to the high time frame liquidity pool. Like, yes, we took a 5-minute intermediate high, but apart from that, we're just adding to this 15-minute liquidity pool, all this LR leading up to this 4-hour. So it looks really nice for us to go hit. We are looking pretty bullish on ES at this point. So onto the 15 second, we open up this beautiful 15 second gap, come down, we tap this and get a beautiful inversion, tap this 1-hour intermediate low on here, and get a beautiful inversion on the 15 second. So I market entered, didn't get a very good fill. I got a fill like halfway into this wick. It was really brutal. Thankfully my trade sinker wasn't on today, so I only took loss on one account. I'll put it down there, and I'll put my entry over there too. I only took the loss on one account, only was like 500 bucks. Very glad that that happened, just because of the Lucid like password reset thing. I honestly just forgot to go do that before the trading day, so it logged me out on trade sinker. No big deal though. I'm actually happy that it happened today and not on a winning day. Statistical loss here. I don't think anything is wrong with the trade. The one thing you can argue for is true manipulation, but even then, you technically have true manipulation, because you can want true manipulation, but this is like the true manipulation that you're going to get. Just being that you've already taken this level at 927, and now you SMT it, so that is like all the manipulation you need. If this was a fresh 1-hour though, then you would want to see it reswept. You would want to see ES tap this. But since we just tapped it literally 3 minutes ago, this SMT only adds to my conviction. So the true manipulation is not really the reason this loss. This is just a statistical loss. ES distributes in literally one candle's TP. Like, if I play this out a little bit more, ES runs higher. If you market entered right here, you would have already been up like half an RR probably, just like setting your stop based on what happens on NQ. But unfortunately, NQ fails to deliver. ES looks super bullish, showing no signs of bearishness here. I would love to go break even at this point, because ES has now taken this 4-hour intermediate high, and I would at this point want to see it get reswept, but or I would want to see a retrace, sorry. But I don't get the opportunity to go break even just because the fact that my fill was all the way up here. Assuming you were backtesting, you got a fill on this level, that would be ideal because you can go break even, but I did not get the opportunity to go break even. Instead, I got a fill almost 20 points above what the entry level was. And I guess you'd argue like 15 points above what the entry level was, whatever. And then we continue, we retrace into this 15-second. At this point, we really should just run. I wanted to see a close above these to go break even though, because ES is still looking so bullish. Like, there's no reason for NQ to go reject right here. We did get that like tiny retrace on NQ after we tapped into this 4 hour. Actually on both assets, we got a tiny little retrace and we continue to go higher. So at this point, I want to see us start to run higher before I go break even. And we never got a close above here. We didn't even actually take this liquidity, I don't think. If we did, it was by like a tick. And we run to my stop loss. Unfortunately, I did lose the trade today. Very unfortunate. I had my stop loss like right down here, but once we started chopping around at my stop loss after taking that, I manually closed my position down here because I knew that there was no point of me staying in this and having hope that this trade was going to play out. Just save, you know, the extra little bit of capital while I can. So I manually closed my position at the bottom here. Didn't hit a full stop loss. I saved like, I don't know, 2 points of a, I don't know how many micros I had, like 2 or 3 micros on this trade today. So saved a little bit of money, but at the end of the day, it was still a loss. Statistical loss, it happens. Locked my accounts out, and for the rest of the day, pretty choppy conditions. I'll play this out on the 1 minute, but pretty choppy conditions the rest of the day. We just did kind of whatever until 11 a.m., which is right over here. I think there was an entry somewhere around here, around 10:24, somewhere around there, long that played out 2 minute or something. I don't know. There was something over here that played out though. I wasn't on the charts at that time. I just take one trade a day. So there was my one trade of the day.